a keen eye out towards.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're with me. It felt like suddenly our souls collided, hearts entwined. When I decided to make you mine, I'm never going back. I know that's a fact, but how do I know if it's love that I'm speaking of? This is love if I'm making you breakfast. This is love if I feel myself coming down when you're not around. This is love if I think I've gone crazy. This is love if it seems I don't care at all. That your love hit me like a cannonball. I used to worry about my options, worry about my options. Yeah, I used to think too much. I think too much, but with you I forget my worries. Behind me they can't touch me now. Yeah, that's how. How do I know if it's love that I'm speaking of? This is love if I'm making you breakfast. This is love if I feel myself coming down when you're not around. This is love if I think I've gone crazy. This is love if it seems I don't care at all. That your love hit me like a cannonball.
Not much wildlife because again it is rain fed, so you won't see any fish or anything like that, but we do have a couple of species of borrow. His head, there's another smaller one there. This is a mamu or a ghost. He's a shapeshifter, so similar to our boogeyman sort of thing, so you might
Yeah, but the new iPhone 15 comes out in 2 months, so she's actually on a winner.
Under the heat, I'm half awake. I've been hung up on yesterday. Woke up at noon, I'm in a daze. Where'd you find me? Find me? I've been hiding. We've been trying. Now we're both free. It was supposed to be something different. You were close to me. Things were different then. Where did you go? Where did you go? I'm difficult.
With an Indigenous guide, if you want to eat them, it's quite dangerous.
It's typical. And in the end, I'm missing you.
One professional. Where'd you ride your camel?
Morocco.
Ah, nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
Anybody nervous about? Everybody stand. Let's go, Penny Pin. Spin.
Ooh. Whoa. Whoa.
Just because we don't have the time to work with them every second, every day. There's a lot of jobs to do around here. So we're with them.
From far away she looks so good. Grew up in the same neighborhood, and that's how to rub salt in the wound. Spend a few hours on the reservoir. Never broke a bone, so I'm gonna try hard to prove you wrong. That I'm not who I used to be. I'm not living at 17. Let's go. Feet away, she's like a primrose. You're never taking me alive, so come close. And I know why you said it, 'cause I'm reading every word in your voice. Now I'm not who I used to be. And maybe it's a good thing, got a good thing coming, it's a good thing. That we're not who we used to be. Sometimes I'm a loner. I wish that you lived closer. Maybe then I feel alright. Sometimes I get strung out trying to be myself. When you come close, I feel alive. Maybe that's a good thing.